All right, going live, going live. What's up, guys? Uh, haven't been on in a little bit, and just wanted to get on here, touch base, tell you what's been going on. I'm on the bike. Started at 7 this morning, Saturday, and getting geared up for winter training. We're about a week out from Thanksgiving. Not even. Oh, Thanksgiving's in 4 or 5 days. And I am in the middle of getting ready for a marathon, actually. As part of my training for triathlon. And possibly 70.3. And towards the end of the summer, either a full distance Ironman or a self-supported full distance Ironman. I'm not sure what I want to do with it yet this year. There's a couple of races I'm thinking about doing. Had a weird issue last year with some injuries and just trying to work through those. But thankfully my run has been kicking up, and I'm feeling good. I started marathon training June 24th, which was smack dab in the basically, beginning of intense triathlon season, and that never was fruitful for me this past summer. I had a horrible season when it came to triathlon, but I felt ill prepared. Lots going on this year, a lot, as with most people. And rather than beat myself up, I just accepted it for what it was, and basically scratched the season for anything competitive. That being said, I did train. I did do the 3 disciplines. I wasn't as consistent as I wanted to be as I was nursing my injuries and just trying to mentally get through it, physically as well. But here I am, I'm spinning, and it doesn't stop. I mean, it doesn't stop. You just find a way. You find a way to keep going. Try to keep yourself motivated. Grab whatever you need to stay motivated and work. And so that's what I'm doing. That's what I try to always do. Life did get in the way this year, and that's fine. I'm not gonna let it get in the way of my lifetime goal of fitness, working out, and competing in sport, whatever it is I'm doing. I've got a late winter marathon I'm training for down at Cape Cod, and I started training for the Bay State Marathon, which was this past October. I started June 24th, and I started building up my miles, and I was close. I was extremely close, but I just didn't feel ready. I didn't feel ready. And, if I'm going to do an event and I'm going to pay the money, which I don't mind doing, and enter these things, I want to make sure I'm going to do somewhat well. I have in my mind, I always like to be at least 25% in the overall and in my age group. So I think that's a good way to challenge yourself. It's a good way to test yourself. If you can get better than that 25%, 20, 15, 10, you're doing great, man. You're doing great. And I don't care if you're doing 99%. You're still in there doing it. Everybody has their own gauge, Mine's 25% in an overall run, be it a half marathon, and in my age group. And that for me is my standard. That's my standard. If I can do better than that, great. But That's at least my standard. And sometimes I fall short of that. And, it's discouraging. But at the same time, it's motivation to get back on the bike or get back in the pool, get back on the road and run. And so that's what I'm doing. And that's how I'm going about my training. And, when I train other people, I always tell everybody, don't beat your mind up. Just if it's an inconvenient truth that you're not getting to where you want to be right now, that's fine, but doesn't mean you won't get there later. But you can't stop. You got to keep trying to find a way. My runs are good. Have had a few little hiccup injuries, but nothing crazy. General soreness, I'd call it. And there's pain, there's good pain, and there's bad pain, right? And I'm somewhere in the good pain to middle of that, So as you get wiser, notice I didn't say older, in this sport, you learn what it is you can and can't push through, or what you shouldn't push through. Running with an injury, be very cautious if you do it. I don't recommend it. And obviously it depends on the severity of the injury. That being said, I feel like I'm getting past certain things, and I just try to stay as consistent as possible. I'm looking at a long run tomorrow, and I should be on point, man. Before it would take me 12 weeks to get ready for a marathon. This will be marathon number 10 for me. And this one's taking a little longer than 12 weeks. Like I said, I wasn't quite ready for Bay State, so I decided not to do it. And then I signed it up for a late winter race. And I'm happy about that. And I'm actually, it makes me feel stronger and I feel confident about going into it now. And I just got to keep my long runs going and keep my short runs going. The short runs are just as important, and work off of those. It's a great time to work your speed work in, and try to work on your kick and your form. As in your long run, you can do all that too early, but towards the end, the body gets tired, and it's not going to respond like you want it to when you're fresh. Just dialing in the nutrition, eating better, starting to lose weight, and that's expected. I'll probably at least lose another 10 pounds, and if not more, and I'm okay with that, and it's totally fine. It's not like I'm really big anyway, but anytime you're lighter when you're running, will benefit you. So that's key. That's key. And racing, triathlon race, same thing. You don't want to be carrying on a bunch of weight that you don't need to. That's just going to hold you back a little bit. It's going to slow you down. Sure, we can power through it, but if you don't need to, don't. You know what I mean? Like, what's the sense? One of my coaches always said, just keep trying to lose weight. Not kill yourself dieting, but just eat good foods, eat right, and train hard, and your body will respond fine to that. That being said, I'm going to keep going here for a little bit. I'm just doing a little spin today, 7 to 8, and just keeping the legs moving. Long run tomorrow, and just wanted to check in. I do love my platform, Enduro Plus Fitness. This is great, and also I'm at Jack's Fit 12. As I'm a personal trainer in all aspects, pretty much of fitness, multi-sport, and been doing this a long time, and it feels good to be able to do this and share, and it's great. Hopefully I can help people out, and keep moving forward with it, because I don't plan on stopping. That being said, thanks for listening, and Sorry for the long-winded rant, but I haven't been on in a little while, so I just wanted to catch up. And hope you guys have great workouts this weekend, or if you're racing, have a great race. And stay dialed in through the winter. I know training can be tough. Sometimes we're going to be forced indoors, but it's okay. Just stick with it. Stick with the plan. And I'll see you in a little while. All right, over and out. Have a great weekend.